Nick Sainert.
I am a huge guy.
And Enrique Alvarez Clary.
C is for chunk.
Brought to you by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome in. Happy Thursday. Happy first day of August. If you can believe it, it's already here. This is the Happy Hour, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick Sainert and Austin Orman with you. What's up, Austin?
What's up, Nick?
How we doing?
Doing great.
Thanks to
what a guy Jay Foreman is. Let's just shout Jay out.
Thanks to my man Jay for bringing in my laptop. I wonder if he heard me.
I'm going to assume he did hear you, but I mean, like, y'all are on the same wavelength often enough that maybe Jay just recognized it, and instead of like taunting you through the window like some other people would do at the station, he just decided to be a good guy and bring it in.
Yeah, Jay and I are relatively on the same wavelength often. It is what it is. Anyway, 402-464-5685, Honda Lincoln Hotline, the Sartor Heyman text line open for you guys the entire show today. Austin, you survived the storm last night. I was up in Omaha with the girlfriend, and up there I saw some reports of like Category 2 hurricane type of winds. Yeah.
I saw OPPD said it's the second biggest power outage in Omaha since, or in recorded history, biggest since the 2021 July tornado.
I mean, that's I don't know what, I mean, I guess I could look this up here. Category 2 hurricane wind numbers. Like, I don't know what the parameters are. Okay, so Category 2 hurricane, 96 to 110 miles per hour.
Oh my God.
I mean, there were fences that were down, there were trees down, obviously. And I know a lot of that happened here too in Lincoln. So hopefully everybody made it out safely and was safe throughout the entire storm. But we made it. So now we move on and wait till the next. This spring and summer has been kind of wild.
Well, we were sitting here in the studio, 3:45, it's bright like this.
Yes, that's right.
4:30 comes around, and it's like someone shut off the light, like someone forgot to pay the electrical bill, which is ironic given that we are in, the old LES building here. But that's just how quickly it got dark. I wasn't paying attention to the forecast. I'm like, okay, it's just going to be cloudy. Maybe there's a storm rolling in later.
Yeah.
No, time 5 o'clock hit, boom. We're off and running with storms, with winds. That poor tree right outside took a beating.
It's still
luckily,
here,
the trash cans are pretty heavy duty. They didn't go whipping around or anything. But we saw, a couple handful of people just still having to brave the elements to get to where they needed to go, walking right in front of the window. It was crazy.
I'd be fascinated if you were out driving in those elements. Let us know. I mean, what was it? Did you decide to pull over? I want to know all those things throughout the course of the show today, because like I said, I was kind of inside. I just ran from the from Village Point Mall up in Omaha back to where I was at, and then.
Are you a weather guy? Would you describe yourself as a weather guy?
I wanted to stand outside. I wanted to.
Respect.
Now, also, from what I had gathered from and I knew it was heading towards Omaha's way, what I had gathered was that there was no tornado threat at that point. So I thought, okay, it's going to be okay right now. Like, there's no tornado threat. It's just wind. There's obviously debris flying around. And maybe by standing outside, I mean like standing in my garage. Like, that's the where
garage door up. You're still
garage door up.
I get
like
you.
The debris can't hit you. You're not getting wet from the rain. Like, I was all in, but I also knew that Kyla would not want to. So we just went inside.
Yeah, that's a good boyfriend move right there. So
I try to be.
I'm sure you're doing great. See, I'm not necessarily a weather guy. I think that's the one, dad aspect I haven't picked up on yet.
Okay.
Like, I still am not going to check the forecast. I'm watching the nightly news or anything for the weather. And it's interesting to see it happen, but I'm not one of those guys that has to go like, oh yeah, it's going to rain. I don't know. I don't need to step outside in the elements. I'm good.
So, okay. So with that in mind, are you one that's like, do you guys have a rain gauge?
We do, but I didn't put it up.
I can't wait for the time where I check rain gauge.
Are you going to get like a super fancy one, or just like a stick it in the ground, see what it collects?
It'll probably be one that I like hang on the fence.
Gotcha.
Like just screw it into the fence, bolt it into the fence. It can't go anywhere. I think you call it good.
And when the fence goes somewhere, like yesterday,
the fence
is going somewhere,
and the fences were going places. So good stuff. Once again, just hopefully everybody made it out safely. It is time. We want to stay on track today. Make sure we don't get on the block started too late throughout the course of your Thursday. So what we're going to do, since Carricker went just a little bit too long there, we're going to take a break. We'll step aside. When we come back, we want to dive into, shocker, changing landscape of college sports. And part of that, before people freak out when I initially say the term video game, I think we want to look at it from a business standpoint, because as you know, every college athlete, every football player that elected to be a part of NCAA's Football 25 video game that was released just a couple of weeks ago, they received $600 in payment. And that's fine, $600 and a copy of the game. Some players like Donovan Edwards and Quinn Ewers and Travis Hunter, the ones that were truly featured on the cover, that you could really depict, okay, this is who it is, and they weren't just some random person wearing a Georgia helmet. They were probably compensated. They were compensated extra. They did some streams. They did some prior to it officially being released. Some of those players got compensated some more for playing it online and streaming it so that people could see and get excited about the game. But the main bunch received the $600 and a copy of the game. And initially that we all thought, okay, that's, you know what, that's fine. It brings the game back. At least it's something. It's better than nothing, right? Well, now reports are coming out where the game and EA Sports has now earned over $500 million in revenue for this game. And it's not shocking, but from the business side, and this is what I really want to dive in deep with Austin when we come back, is will we see next year a lot more players doing the Arch Manning approach to where you hold out? It's basically and essentially a contract holdout to where it's, if you are a one of the better and more well-known players, you're going to be able to do this. Some might not be able to, but it's going to be a simple economic, simple, business strategy where what did Arch Manning do this year? Held out, got $60K because they wanted him in the game so bad, and he ends up being in the game for, $60,000 instead of $600. Are we going to see agents play much more of a part in all NIL deals, everything? Because if you have an experienced agent or somebody that's experienced in that side, in that world, they would have said, hey, don't be so quick to jump the gun and automatically say yes. Because from a business side, you could have seen this coming, in that EA is going to make bank and they're going to basically underpay you when it's all said and done. Mm-hmm. And so I think that's something really interesting to watch. We're going to get into that with Austin when we come back. 402-464-5685. The Honda Lincoln hotline and the Starter Heyman text line are open for you guys. We'll step aside, come right back on 93.7 The Ticket.
On Twitter at Nick_Sainert and at Radio Rico AC. More of Happy Hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, it's Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and maybe the biggest savings in the Midwest are happening right now at Koppel. When you buy a new GMC or Chevrolet anywhere else, you might be paying too much. But right now, we're going to give you over $10,000 off list or 1.9% APR on select new Chevrolets or GMCs. So please give us a shot before you buy anywhere else. Please stop in the dealership or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Must trade and finance with approved credit.
For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you're passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives.
What a day. I could sure use an afternoon pick-me-up.
Hold up. The new 93.7 The Ticket location has a milk, coffee, and tea inside? Oh, yeah. This is a game changer.
Need an afternoon pick-me-up? How about a coffee or smoothie on your way to work? Stop by the Ticket Mill location on 1040 O Street to get your go-to drink or try out our new game day drinks exclusive to the Ticket Mill location. We know it'll make your day a million times better.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Kim with Midwest Bank. We know there is more to your business than numbers and spreadsheets. For us at Midwest Bank, the people who make up a business matter most. We believe in getting to know you and your business and providing customized banking solutions that help protect your business and help it grow. Schedule a free consultation with us today. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank. Member FDIC.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning. Now in our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
Play ball!
Looking for the ultimate change-up from the typical family night? How about a Grand Slam good time with friends and coworkers? Then unleash the fun at Haymarket Park with an action-packed, thrilling season of Salt Dogs baseball. Choose from 50 home games now through August with daily and weekly specials your whole pack can enjoy, including group discounts. Don't miss out on the magic and the excitement.
Strike three, you're out!
Visit saltdogs.com to reserve your tickets today. Unleash the fun.
Hey, it's your girl Jordan from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. It's official. Wedding season is here, and we know that every detail counts. From bridal party gifts to the finishing touches for the bride and groom, discover our exclusive selection of watches and fine jewelry. Did you know we even offer in-house engraving? Celebrate your special day with a personal touch and a timeless gift they'll cherish forever. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
Early break with Sip and Jake.
Andy Staples sat down with Nebraska AD Troy Dandridge. Okay. And it felt like kind of a shot at early break about better times.
Breakers, are you okay with us doing
Troy Dandridge says no more better times.
If we can do no more better times, let us know.
Just a shot at early break?
No. No.
I don't think so.
No,
but if we want, well, I'll stop. I'm done with that. I'm done with better times.
We're going back to time.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert.
Herbie the Fourth ate his first solid food today, prompting a response of nothing but steaks all week for the Nebraska offensive line.
Then Enrique Alvarez Clary.
No more peaches and carrots for Herbie the Seventh. Baby food be damned.
Sponsored by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back into the Happy Hour 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick Sainert, Austin Orman with you. 402-464-5685, the Honda Lincoln hotline and the Sartor Heyman text line open for you guys the rest of the way. How about this one? Dirty Tony and the boys kicks this segment off. It says, "Stop, Nick. That type of talk is what killed the NCAA game in the beginning." And here we go. Let's dive into it, Austin, because I think it is important. And Dirty Tony, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely correct in that. I think, I mean, even back months ago when it was released that they were going to receive 600 and copy the game, I think I was one of those that said, hey, listen, be happy that it's something, and something is better than nothing. I think also, though, in all reality, is you sit here and go, well, yeah, probably when you're making $500 million, it probably could be a little bit more. Mm-hmm. And from I want, once again, that's like what I want to have the conversation in the frame of mind of business and logistics and you know, true worth. And I'd be curious, you know, and maybe it can't be a flat rate across every single athlete. And maybe it's going to take some more legwork to figure out, you know, what is each athlete's NIL worth when it comes to being featured in a video game. But that's where the agents come in, Austin. And that's where I kind of want to go is, this is a game now that's made over $500 million, and it's rapidly increasing and making more than minute by minute and day by day. So I would ask you this, like, are we approaching a time in just the ever-changing landscape of college athletics in general where agents are going to be featured in every NIL deal, small, big, I mean, national, local, everything is going to feature an agent? And the reason I say that is because you have situations like, and yes, this is, you know, on one side of the spectrum, and Arch Manning, you have somebody like him who held out essentially, just like NFL players are doing now for contracts and saying, I'm not going to practice until I get a new deal. Essentially, it's the same thing of saying, I'm not going to say yes that I'm in the game until you offer more money. And Arch Manning and the agent, and I'm blanking on the agent that he works with, but ultimately it's be patient, allow it to just run its course. They want you in the game. You're going to be in the game. Take a moment. And maybe even at that, when they came up and said, hey, we'll pay $60,000 for Arch Manning's name, image, and likeness in the new game. Maybe initially his thought was, no, I still don't want to, because I think from the start it was accurate in the fact that he just didn't want to be in it, and they didn't think he needed to be in it. But then the agent, from that business standpoint, says, wait, this is now $60,000 instead of $600,000. Things are drastically different.
Wildly different. So a player like Arch Manning, I would even maybe throw, Ewers in that conversation. Judkins, Edwards, Travis Hunter, guys like that probably should have an agent already, given that the rules permit it. I don't know why you wouldn't, and why you wouldn't have an agent, at least alongside you in these conversations. Maybe a guy like Donovan Edwards, was looking forward to it, but hadn't gotten around to getting an agent because he's a good player, but he was behind Blake Corum. We didn't feel the need to get on it, was behind the curve a little bit, whatever. If EA Sports approached him and said, hey, we want to put you on the cover, your answer is yes, let's get the ball rolling. But then your first step should be hire an agent to walk you through these conversations so you don't get gamed. But I don't think every college player is going to need an agent, right? Left tackle, number 3 for Army, probably not going to need an agent. So for players like that, the vast majority, I believe, of, in this context, the college football populace needs a union more than it needs an agent. Okay. Nick, what percentage of just operating off of the $600 per player and the $500 million being made, what percentage would you guess the athletes are getting out of this?
Oh, less than 0.01.
As a whole, the athletes.
Oh, yes.
As a whole.
Go ahead. Yeah.
2%.
Okay.
The athletes. Okay. So you typed in, just for reference here, number of Division I football players, 16,671 times 600. EA Sports is paying $10,002,600 if that number is accurate. That 10 million number is 1/49th of the $500 million. Essentially 1 in 50, which is 2%.
Yeah.
That's a problem. Look at professional sports. The athletes, if the athletes were making 2% of revenue, and again, I get this is from a game, it's not from a league, it's somewhat different. But this is where I think player representation, because it's not just players in the Players Association, right? You have a team lead, you have a union lead, a union president from the player side, but also from the business agent side as well, and all these collectives. It's different because you're bargaining against, a private company in a video game versus actually bargaining against like the NCAA or the conference. But I think for the vast majority of players, even bumping that number up to 10%, right? That's still not a lot. EA Sports gets most of the money there, but you would be essentially quintupling your payout. Each player would get $3,000 instead of $600. That's just to get you up to 10%, again, at a very rudimentary level. So yes, the top players absolutely should have agents. I don't know why they don't. If you don't have one right now and you're projected to be a top 3-round draft pick, get on it. But what's going to help more athletes out in this situation is having a union around you, with all the pros and cons that come with it, right? I'm not staunchly pro-union, not staunchly pro-anti-union. There are benefits and drawbacks to having one and not having one. But you're getting 2% from this game. You fought this hard to get this game, and this is all you're getting. Yes, it's something. Yes, they should be happy because it's more than nothing. But I think it was also a massive missed opportunity that I don't know how quickly they'll be able to rectify. Probably not in time for the next game or the game after that.
And that's where it'd be. I mean, that's what they're trying to avoid so much of is having to take years off because of legal things. And to Dirty Tony and the boys' point, like, we want to avoid all this talk as much as we can. Now, somebody asked how much did it cost to develop the game? Obviously, there's no specific figures out there, but you're looking probably around $40 million, I think, is a lot of the numbers that have been floated out around there. So you also, then there's also another one that says, don't forget, College Football 25 made over $200 million before its actual release date. So, I mean, you have the early access that people bought.
And it's going to keep making money with the in-game currency and the locker bundles and all of that. So it's going to keep growing in this new game as a service type of model.
Yeah, you're right. It was the third most daily active used game on the mass market. So once again, there was tweets out here. It says, here's this one. According to Circana's player engagement tracker on July 17th specifically, EA Sports College, by the way, that's 2 days before the full release was actually issued. EA Sports College Football is ranked third in U.S. daily active users behind Call of Duty and Fortnite. Looks like EA Sports College Football 25 may indeed be the mass market breakout hit this console generation really needs right now. I mean, I know a lot of people that this is all they play now. Like they deleted everything else and this is all they play. But anyway, back to the business side of things. So you're talking about making $200 million before it's even full release, making $500 million as of a couple of days ago. And to that point, even let's go even on the high side. Let's say they invested, I know for a fact that they invested about $6 million into the NIL licensing things like we talked about, but also because there was over 10,000 players that opted in. Even on the high side, let's say they invested $15 million. That's still only 3% of revenue. I get that there's a lot invested. There's probably a lot of employees that need to be paid handsomely and
deservedly so. Their heroes bringing something so cool back.
But then again, what I'm saying is from the market side, if you're a college athlete, almost how I noticed how I stumbled and I said professional athlete. If you're a college athlete, if I specifically was a college athlete, and let's say I'm at, that I'm a sophomore in college right now, knowing, I got 2 years left of this where I could be in a video game. I'm going to hold out. I'm going to say, what can you give me? Because not only with inflation is that $60,000 that Arch Manning got going to get risen up a little higher next year, but also how bad do you want me? Because guess what? If you're one of those top echelon players, yeah, 60 grand is nice, but there's already other NIL money flowing in like hotcakes for you at your service.
Makes you wonder if this might apply to Dylan Raiola to bring back to Nebraska, right? If he has a good year, does EA Sports come call and say, hey, how do you feel about being a cover athlete?
You're absolutely right.
And then that could play out in our very own backyard. So again, it's too early to speculate and think about that, in full. But at the same time, there's going to be, I assume right now, an underclassman or a junior that's going to be on the cover for next year. And obviously they're not positioning themselves to be on the cover. They're focused on the season, but that's why you hire an agent. Hey, who can I talk to?
Go through all the hoopla.
Exactly. Right. You say, have that conversation with your agent. Hey, I'm planning on having a good year. I want to be back in college next year if I'm a junior, or I got to be back in college next year if I'm a freshman or a non-draft eligible sophomore. Start talking to EA. Like, just get my name out there, right? You don't have to talk to them about this, but tell them you're my agent, right? You're talking, just trying to learn the ins and outs. Get your name on the front of their minds. So when I have a good year next year, they'll come approach you and say, hey, does he want to be a cover athlete?
There you go. All that and more, that good stuff there. I mean, somebody did say on the text line, can't let the money they make get to your head, though. I mean, and that's the piece, right? And that's why you bring that agent piece into it. Allow them to go through all the legal stuff. Allow them, you pay them a small percentage of everything you have. But guess what? Also, when you have an agent and there's somebody else doing it for you, then more people are going to be calling. And yeah, sure, everybody makes a little bit more money.
Oh, absolutely. And to be fair, agents are there to make these players more money. That's kind of their job, right? Find the best deal, find the best situation for them. But the best agent would also tell a guy, no, you're overplaying your hand. Exactly. I know what you're telling me, but this is not going to fly. It's going to make you look bad. I'm going to push for the best deal for you, which becomes the best deal for me, not just monetarily, but that also makes you look good, right? So much of being an agent is also managing PR. It's why agents leak things and withhold things as well. So that plays into
Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani is the perfect example. Let's step aside. When we come back, we're going to bring in Strick for the crossover. The NFL Hall of Fame game is tonight. Texans and Bears. What's the interest level around this game? Football, it feels like it's slowly coming back, right? Certainly helped with the release of that college football game. But now back in real life, the Hall of Fame game tonight between the Texans and the Bears. We preview it when we come back on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store to stay in touch and listen all day long wherever you are. More of the happy hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Get ready, Husker fans. The Big Red Preview is coming soon. Join us Saturday night, August 3rd, for an exclusive look at your Nebraska football team in action. Experience the excitement, the energy, the sights and sounds of a game day as the 2024 football season kicks off. Visit Huskers.com/tickets and bring your family, friends, and all your Big Red pride to Memorial Stadium Saturday night, August 3rd. That's Huskers.com/tickets. Brought to you by Husker Athletics and 1890 Nebraska. Winning tradition, future success.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with only 4 Lincoln locations, now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
You already know that Select Plumbing takes care of all your plumbing needs, including water heaters, faucet repairs, leaks, drips, sump pumps, and more. Now, they're able to help you with your heating and air conditioning as well. Select Plumbing has recently expanded into residential heating and air, and they're excited to bring this new service to their complete list of plumbing services. Call to book an appointment today at 402-560-6197 or go to selectplumbinginc.com, serving Lincoln, Seward, Milford, and the surrounding areas. Looking for a job that feels like family? Join Lincoln Industries, where tradition meets innovation. They're a family-owned, privately held manufacturing company with a passion for excellence and a commitment to their community. They have openings on all shifts at both the main plant and air park facilities, offering flexibility to fit your schedule. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, there's a place for you there. At Lincoln Industries, they invest in their people's success, providing opportunities for growth and advancement. Apply now and become a part of something special at Lincoln Industries. HealthLink is elevating the human experience with holistic health, weight loss, nutrition, fitness, and wellness solutions. They offer one-on-one health coaching while personalizing nutrition and wellness plans for structure and simplicity. HealthLink provides nutritious foods such as high-protein entrees, meal replacement snacks, and supplements. But that's not all. If you mention 93.7 The Ticket, you'll get a 5% discount on your order and $20 off your first month if you start a HealthLink subscription. Find your missing link with HealthLink today on the southeast corner of 70th and Pioneers or by phone at 402-858-9356.
Okay, huddle up. Here's how we're going to try and win Nebraska Football Skybox season tickets or other great football prizes in the Nebraska Lottery's Lotto America Ticket Snap promotion. Jensen, you buy a Lotto America ticket with the All-Star bonus before August 5th. Got it. Murphy, you enter the voucher number online. You bet. Hey, if we win, who gets the prize? Me, of course. Why, you. Hey, guys, come on, get him.
Lotto America top prize odds, 1 in 26 million.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Hey, it's your girl Jordan from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. It's official. Wedding season is here, and we know that every detail counts. From bridal party gifts to the finishing touches for the bride and groom, discover our exclusive selection of watches and fine jewelry. Did you know we even offer in-house engraving? Celebrate your special day with a personal touch and a timeless gift they'll cherish forever. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Right, Matt Rule wants to be there. He wants to develop them. He wants to have coaches that have their hands on, are molding them and shaping them, and to your point, giving them the drills, giving them the tools to succeed. But I think Matt Rule is saying at the end of the day, the coaches can't want it more than the players.
Yeah.
The coaches
can't
hold
get out
their
there and do
hand on
nothing.
the field.
Yeah, they can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Early break with Sip and Jake.
Andy Staples sat down with Nebraska AD Troy Dandridge. And it felt like kind of a shot at early break about better times.
Breakers, are you okay with us
Troy Dandridge says no more better times.
If we can
Embrace
do
the
no
now.
more better times, let us know.
Just a shot at early break?
No. No,
I don't think so.
No,
but if we want, well, I'll stop. I'm done with it. I'm done with better times.
We're going back to time.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert.
I vomited last night.
And Enrique Alvarez Clary.
I literally vomited. I threw up.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back into the Happy Hour 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick Sainert, Austin Norman, Eric Strickland joining the program. Stricky, what's happening?
Did you witness the power and the might?
I did.
Of Thanos last night?
I was up in your neck of the woods when I was witnessing it.
I got home. I started cooking. Nice little meal I'm eating right now.
Yeah, what you got right there, Stricky?
Little tortellini, turkey with some sweet potatoes and some peppers. Spicy jalapeno.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's good.
French
It's
bread?
good.
French bread, mop it up?
A little garlic bread. Stop.
The folks might make fun of me for this, but I'm trying to eat better too.
Are you?
I'm noticing a change already.
You both got the Southwest chicken salad on Monday.
It's been like it's only been crazy enough, like a week and a half of it, but already noticing changes.
You feel more.
Yeah.
With
It's
that,
incredible.
and I eat more at home, so I cook more at home and I eat out. Yeah.
Well, and so my big thing has been like the sugars piece of it. I know for some it's like the carbs and everything, and like obviously I don't eat a lot of just bread in general, and I know there's more that comes with carbs than that stuff, but like just the much more attentive to labels.
Yeah.
That's the phase I'm going through right now. Is all right. Look at the added sugars. Look at what's going on. Trying to set the pop down. And just trying to stick with water. Shout out to the mill. They got sparkling water.
Yeah.
Hello,
Yeah.
Luke. We've talked about him multiple times on the show. He's told me about one of his favorite creations is simple: sparkling water and lemon juice. Super easy, and it's very good. It's very good. So that's all I do. And so it's like whenever, because I do enjoy like the carbonation and that little kick that it gets. And so I'm like, yeah, I want the sparkling water with a little bit of lemon juice for some flavor. And that satisfies like what I would get out of a pop. It feels like.
Well, that's what I stopped drinking. I stopped drinking sodas a long time ago. I used to eat cereals, and then I really started understanding what's in those. I haven't eaten cereal in years.
Yeah,
and I used to love it. I used to love cereal. And then what's the stuff that there's this type of syrup that they put in
maple?
Some drinks. No,
it's like fructose.
Yes,
fructose. Yeah,
bad for you. Just so totally bad. There's
I'm telling you, I've been there's been a lot of reading materials that have been going on, and like I'll be honest, like I first noticed it yesterday because I put on a shirt from friends of the station, Blur Events, and it was
tight.
No, too big.
Too big. Oh, that means
It
you're
was
losing.
too big.
Yeah.
It was too big, way too big.
Yeah.
And I felt myself pulling it up every couple of minutes because it just felt so baggy. So, hey, you know what? We'll see what happens. Maybe a big swim will just turn into swim. Who knows? We'll see. Anyway, 402-464-5685, Honda Lincoln Hotline, and the Starter Heyman text line are open. We did
Bach liked it. I let him taste it.
Oh, yeah, that stuff's good.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Bach loved it.
Well, it was tricky. We should share recipes.
Yeah.
All right, cool. We did have a comment on the YouTube stream. It says, tip is for snacks, eat nuts.
Mm-hmm.
And so there you have it. I mean, that's unsalted cashews. Everybody knows that's one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
So,
I like cashews. I like I'll do almonds too.
Almonds. Yeah. Yeah. Without all the flavoring
Without
stuff.
all the stuff on it. Yeah.
There you go. We'll see slowly but surely. I did feel so much better. I mean, here's the thing. You mentioned the salad on Monday. Shout out to Buffalo Wings and Rings. We were out there. Stricky, that was a good salad.
It was a good salad.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Don't sleep. Listeners, don't sleep on Buffalo Wings and Rings salads because they are delicious. And they're big.
In here.
I know. They're big too.
Yeah.
Well, it's because you kept bringing in the food.
Yeah, they're full. They're full.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get full off a salad.
Yeah. No, it's been good. So, all right. Anyway, Hall of Fame games tonight, Texans and Browns. If I had to ask you guys a question of what your interest level is on this game tonight, the Hall of Fame game between the Browns and the Texans, 1 through 5, 5 being the most interested. Where are we at?
2. Football's back. I'll turn it on in the background. Probably not going to be too invested. It is preseason. That's not to say I'm not interested in the teams and what they're going to look like moving forward. We know there's a lot with Cleveland, right? With Deshaun Watson, first, second full year after everything. What does the run game look like?
Mm-hmm.
Myles Garrett, is there more in him? Where does Cleveland stack up in an absolutely loaded AFC North? That for my money is the toughest conference in football. I think Cleveland's built to be competitive in it. Not sure if they're built to win it. And then Houston, right? Praying for their downfall. Hope no one gets injured seriously or cataclysmically. Just hope CJ Stroud just misses his targets by 6 inches of throw.
Yeah.
Houston loaded up in free agency, made some good moves there.
Sophomore slump.
Sophomore slump open, right? Nico Collins is probably the most overpaid receiver in football right now. He's not a 1. I'm kidding. Sorry, Jay. No, Houston's going to be fun. Houston's going to be good. I begrudgingly respect what it is they've built down there, with my Colts falling just a game short of them. What a surprise team last year with DeMeco Ryans in his first year as head coach. What's the follow-up for Houston? Are they able to run it back and get better? Or are they the same team they were last year? Can Indy or Jacksonville pop up and get them?
Well, I don't have to add on to that other than the fact that it's going to be a kind of a background thing for me as well. Not too interested. Check in on it, pop in on it.
Yeah.
But not necessarily invested or engaged in it.
I tell you guys this. I mean, DeMeco Ryans, I'm so fascinated by year 2 of DeMeco Ryans because he led the Texans to a 10-7 year last year. Part of that was CJ Stroud and his really, really strong rookie year. You mentioned it, Austin. They went hard in free agency. They did a good job in free agency this year. And in the offseason, can we see him avoid a sophomore slump or like either CJ Stroud and DeMeco Ryans, right?
Yeah.
Because now the floor has been raised in Houston, I think, and we'll see what happens with the Houston Texans tonight.
I think it's a big deal too that they kept Slowick, right? He had some interest as a head coach throughout the year, and up and coming coordinators will always have interest. I'm as a Colts fan, part of me is nervous that Slowick and Stroud could be the next, 7 to 10 year combo in the NFL.
Yeah,
like Mahomes and how the run that Mahomes and
more Mahomes the enemy than Mahomes Reed, right? Because I think Slowick eventually leaves for a head coaching job. But I think it's going to take, if CJ Stroud continues and Bobby Slowick continues, Houston's able to replenish the skill core, keep the important guys, but not let it get too expensive at the same time. It's tricky to do. I like a lot of what they did last year schematically as well. So I can see the burgeoning of Houston as an AFC semi-contender if those two stick together.
What's coming up on the show today, gentlemen?
We are going to do a lot of fall camp. Yesterday, we did our top headlines. So today we're doing 5 players on offense, 5 players on defense to watch during fall camp. But hour one's going to be about who's the run stopper, the bleeding stauncher on either side of the ball. Offense needs to get a first down, needs to score a touchdown. Who do they go to? Defense needs to stop. They need a havoc play. Who does Tony White turn to and say, go make a play?
Yeah.
I don't know the last time we can point to that guy for Nebraska football. So we're going to go back through a few years, try to determine who it was, and then also see who we think it could be for this coming year.
Good stuff coming up. Just a little note on Nebraska volleyball as all conference teams and media projections came out earlier today. Nebraska picked to win the Big Ten Conference in volleyball this year. Wisconsin behind them at second, Penn State third, Purdue fourth, Minnesota fifth. Newcomers Oregon, USC, and UCLA are sixth, seventh, and eighth. Nebraska also with a plethora of names on the preseason all-conference team. Merritt Beeson and Lexi Rodriguez were unanimous selections. Minnesota transfer Taylor Landfair is on there. Harper Murray, the sophomore, and Bergen Riley, another sophomore setter, also on the preseason all-conference team. So 5 Huskers named to that all preseason all-conference team. 2 of those unanimous, and Merritt Beeson, Lexi Rodriguez. There you go. So Nebraska once again picked to win the Big Ten Conference here in 2024. We'll get out of here on the block. Stricken Austin coming up next.
HealthLink is elevating the human experience with holistic health, weight loss, nutrition, fitness, and wellness solutions. They offer one-on-one health coaching while personalizing nutrition and wellness plans for structure and simplicity. HealthLink provides nutritious foods such as high-protein entrees, meal replacement snacks, and supplements. But that's not all. If you mention 93.7 The Ticket, you'll get a 5% discount on your order and $20 off your first month if you start a HealthLink subscription. Find your missing link with HealthLink today on the southeast corner of 70th and Pioneers or by phone at 402-858-9356. You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solutions. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.